But you know I'm a reporter, so I have to. Dr. Kayode Fayemi, chairman of Governors Forum, has said that he has handed over the chairmanship to me. I'm not going to recognize myself as the chairman. The guest lecturer, the panelist, and the chief moderator, all the awardees, our dear leaders, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. This is my first time of seeing physically INEC chairman since he was appointed. The INEC chairman worked with me when I was minister. When he became INEC chairman, I never saw him again. Today is my first day. You see what this job can do. This was a man who was executive secretary of Third Fund under me as supervising minister. The moment he was appointed INEC chairman, he ran away from me. So today, I'm seeing him and we're receiving award at the same time. Congratulations, Professor Yakubu Mohammed. Professor Oluyede also was the Vice Chancellor of the University of Ilorin and the Chairman Committee of Vice Chancellors when I was the Supervising Minister of Education. Today, 3 professors. I'm the only one that's not a professor. I thank God I can mingle with the intellectuals in the university. I've known Eric Osagi when I was a minister. I happened to go to one of the chambers, one of my friend's chambers. Eric that time was with the Sun newspapers. So when my friend told him that, he introduced him to me and told him that I was going to run for the governorship of Rivers State, he removed his face and said, "Who is this man to be governor of Rivers State?" And so I laughed. I told him, watch out and see what will happen. So when I became governor in 2015, he now called me. So really I meant it. I said, not only meaning it, I will be here for 8 years. And to the glory of God, I'm almost clocking 8 years. But the truth must be told that it's important for everybody to contribute to the development of his country. Not just getting from the country, what have you contributed to the development of the country? He had launched his own newspaper since I left Sun newspapers, and today is the publisher of this Nigeria. And one thing that's very interesting and what I like so much is when he said this Nigeria, know the truth. Know the truth. But the question is, which truth do you want us to know? Are you willing to tell Nigerians the truth? Or are you willing to tell Nigerians that, look, just like Kayode said, and which is the truth? I'm happy that your identity of this newspaper is know the truth. Kayode has said the truth here, and the truth is that Nigeria is sleeping. And that is the truth. Kayode had also said here, you can't talk about unity of the country when you see injustice, when you see discrimination, when you talk about marginalization. No, that cannot be possible. I think the guest lecturer, what I understood, the essence of the guest lecturer's speech, is that we cannot talk about national cohesion when we are talking about ethnicity. You can't talk about national cohesion when you're talking about religion, over reliance on religion, over reliance on ethnicity. And so there's the need for all of us to see the need that this country must be united. But if we want to move forward, we must drop the issue of where you come from. We must drop the issue of the religion you worship. Overemphasis of these things cause a lot of disintegration, and which is not the best for us. In this country today, let us face the reality. Take, for example, the latest advocate of Nigeria, Mike Ozekome, said somebody took up the issue of VAT. What is the problem about VAT? Let us tell ourselves the truth. What's in the Constitution? What is in the Constitution? And so if somebody comes to say, look, you are not implementing the provisions of the Constitution, what is wrong in that? What's wrong in that? Why should the person be said, oh, it's being controversial? What is being controversial about it? That I said, implement the provisions of the Constitution. My comrade brother Issa Arimu said, he does not like all about my politics. Nobody should like everything. There are sometimes you must like this, there are sometimes you don't like this. Even sometimes, too, even you in labor, the kind of things you do sometimes, we don't like it. The kind of things you do sometimes, we will like it. So it is difficult for somebody to do everything that you must like all the time. Sometimes I have challenged INEC seriously. Now I'm praising them for what they have done in Anambra. Well, that is the way it's supposed to be. I cannot every day to continue to praise INEC. No. I cannot every day continue to praise the security agencies. No. Now they have performed well in Anambra State. Everybody is praising them. But when they did not perform well in Rivers State, would we praise them? You cannot. When a general in the army will convert a whole division to turn to INEC office, will he be happy? That is not what we're supposed to do. So I don't see today, so many people have tried to the issue of the challenging VAT collection by federal government to turn to the issue of ethnicity, to the issue of religion. If you allow this VAT to be collected, so people will suffer. No. But let the truth be told that this is what the law says. And now how do we go from there to see that it helps everybody? I went to court the other day to challenge the federal government through their police trust fund, collecting money for federation account. The law has provided those who are entitled to take funds for federation account. Police trust fund is not part of those. It is when money has been shared, then the federal government can allocate money to the police. But you can't dip hand in the federation account and take money and give police trust fund. So when you challenge that, you say that is illegal. Somebody says, oh, you are being controversial. What is controversial about it? That you said the right thing should be done. Eric, know the truth. It is your duty to tell the public the truth. It is your duty to enlighten the public. As regards to the Electoral Act amendment, these days I was thinking that, look, with the importance of this Electoral Act amendment, what are you people, the journalists, the press? What have you done? What have you done to educate the people, to put pressure that the president should sign the Electoral Act? What are the benefits? What is direct primaries? What is indirect primaries? Who are those to benefit more if direct primaries is being conducted? Who are those to benefit more if it is indirect primaries? So it is important that Nigerians should know why there should be electronic transmission of results in order to save our democracy. Because the only way people you are put in position of authority can be accountable to the people is when you have a free and fair election. When some people can be sure that, look, if I don't perform while in this office, I will not be voted in again. But if it is where the security agency will be used to rig election, and then we manipulate INEC, then they cannot be accountable to anybody. Or they will tell you, yes, do you know how I get into it? Did you know how I got to the office? Through INEC and through security agencies. And so they have no business to do with the people. But when you have made it that look, just like what INEC is doing today and what they have done in Anambra State, credit should go to them and the security agencies, not to the Anambra people. They have no choice because INEC have said, we must do this. Security agencies have said, we must do this. We will not allow you to carry ballot boxes. And that is why everybody is not happy that Anambra election came out very well, free and fair. Nobody's complaining. If that continues, you will see that our electoral system will quite, people have confidence in our electoral system. So, Mr. INEC Chairman, this is time that you have to say that, look, I have to make a name. I have to make sure that there's credibility, there's confidence of the people in our electoral system. And I do know, knowing you very well, that you will not hesitate, at least this is our final second term, to make sure that Nigeria gets the best in 2023. On this note, let me unveil this Nigerian newspaper, which our friend Eric Osage has put together to the glory of Almighty God. Thank you and God bless you.